Welcome, everyone, to the Apoco-Larry podcast. I'm Steve. He is.
I am Laurentium.
Laurentium? Like some sort of like element?
No, it's actually Latin for crowned with laurel.
Oh,
which is what the name Lawrence actually means.
Oh, well, there you go.
Crowned with laurel. So I thought I took Latin for a little while, Stevie.
Okay.
And I gave up on it because they said a few weeks into it, they said, yeah, this will not count toward your degree. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm not learning it.
See ya.
Oh yeah, because you got to just stay with it that way. So
yeah. And how many times do you need to read that little text on the flag, right? It's like, on the coat of arms of Canada or something like that. Tonight, my friend, we're going to take a look at 2 Samuel 3. Is there anything you want to say in terms of introduction?
Just that you find out here, David had a lot more wives than you thought he had.
Yeah. Oh, not Solomon level, but you can see it from here.
Oh yeah. Well, he starts with Michal, who you don't hear about. You actually hear about her again a chapter or two from here.
Yep.
But then you just find out about all these women. Like, remember, you thought it was Abigail and Ahinoam, sorry. You thought, and then all of a sudden you find all these other women that are kind of floating around in David's life. Yeah. Of course, later on, you know about Bathsheba. I mean,
yeah. It was a different time.
That's really important. It was a different time.
Yeah.
I think when Jesus came on the scene, I don't know if Jesus said that it's just one man and one woman, but it sort of, the Christians picked up one man and one woman.
Yeah.
And in the first century, ordinary people only had one wife. They just could not afford more. Yeah. So that sounds terrible. To any of the women listening, that just sounds awful. But it was okay. I often said if I lived back then, to be a part of a harem might have been a really good way to live. Like, they treated you really well. I mean, your life was super easy, and probably in your whole lifetime, you might see the king once. If that. I mean, some of them just probably never saw him at all. And you just hung out with a whole bunch of other people and had a good life.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe others would disagree with that, but
yeah.
But me, I'm in the harem.
I don't know where to go, so I'm just sitting here quietly.
Yeah. I should stop as well, I guess.
I just thought I didn't know what else I could add. All right, let's start. Verse 1, chapter 3. The war between the house of Saul and the house of David lasted a long time. Larry will tell us, how long was this war?
Well, when I looked it up online, they said about 2 years. And that doesn't seem like a very long time to me.
No.
I feel it must have been longer, but that's what whoever threw it in online said.
Yeah, okay.
And that you can really trust whatever you read on the internet.
It was in that little AI bit at the top of Google. David grew stronger and stronger, while the house of Saul grew weaker and weaker. The sons born to David at Hebron, this is verse 2. His first son was Ammon, the son of, say it again for me, Larry?
Ahinoam.
Okay, maybe this is how we'll do it. His second, I can't say this, is Gilead.
Yeah.
Son of Abigail, the widow of Nabal of Carmel. Remember, Nabal was the idiot who.
His name means fool.
His name means fool. The third, Absalom, who we'll hear about later on in the story, I'm having a feeling, not this chapter, but son of Maacah, daughter of Tamel, king of Geshur. The fourth was Adonijah. Okay, son of Haggith. I told Larry I wasn't going to read these, and here I'm trying them. And the fifth.
I wonder if Haggith eventually became. She was Scottish,
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. She was kind of sheepish looking. Then there were. Oh, I'm not even going to try that one. The fifth. What is that?
Shephatiah.
Okay, Shephatiah, son of Abital. The sixth, Ithream, son of David's wife Eglah. These were born to David in Hebron. Remember, he went to Hebron, and that was, like Larry said, that was where David hung out. Wow.
Yeah, this is where the kingdom was before it moved to Jerusalem. Yeah.
Right. Okay, verse 6. During the war between the house of Saul and the house of David, Abner had been strengthening his own position in the house of Saul. Now Saul had a concubine named Rizpah, daughter of Aiah, and Ishbosheth said to Abner, "Why do you sleep with my father's concubine?" Abner was very angry because of what Ishbosheth had said. So he answered, "Am I a dog's head on Judah's side? This very day I am loyal to the house of your father Saul and to his family and friends. I have
Okay,
not."
so let me. I should have jumped in there. So his being upset that he slept with his father's concubine is are you trying to muscle your way into the throne as well? But he was supporting Ishbosheth completely, and that's why he's so mad. Yeah.
Right. I haven't handed you over to David. I haven't handed you over to David, yet you now accuse me of an offense involving this woman. May God deal with Abner, be it ever so severely, if I do not do for David what the Lord had promised on oath and transfer the kingdom from the house of Saul and establish David's throne over Israel and Judah from Dan to Beersheba. Ishbosheth did not dare to say another word to Abner because he was afraid of him.
Yeah, so Abner's a pretty powerful guy because Ishbosheth was one of the sons of Saul that they were trying to push into being the new king, right? Remember, we said David only has Judah, and Ishbosheth has all of the other tribes. But Abner is his main advisor, and Abner is a seasoned warrior,
right?
So it's pretty interesting when you can go to the king and just say, "Oh, are you going to say this to me? Well, now I'm going to go over to David's side."
Right.
And I don't know whether it's something that was long lived in Abner's mind or if he just ticked him off and he was like, God promised this thing to David. We've heard this kind of thing somewhere, and you know what? I'm going to be a part of it.
I'm sick of this guy.
I'm sick of you, Ishbosheth.
Yeah. Just your name makes me angry.
I can't pronounce your name. I've had enough.
That's it. I'm done with you. I'm giving this to David. Verse 13. Then Abner sent messages on his behalf to say to David, "Whose land is it? Make an agreement with me, and I will help you bring all Israel over to you." Good, said David, "I will make an agreement with you, but I demand one thing from you. Do not come into my presence unless you bring Michal, son of Saul, when you come to see me." Then David sent messengers to Ishbosheth, son of Saul, demanding, "Give me my wife Michal, whom I betrothed myself for the price of 100 Philistine foreskins."
Yeah, interesting. So maybe, because Michal loved David, there was something that suggested she loved David. So maybe she's been sort of held prisoner up to this point. And I had never realized that. I thought she just stayed with her dad, but it sounds like she may not have the choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then did he ever really marry her, or was he just betrothed? Now remember, by the New Testament times, a betrothal pretty much meant you were married.
Right.
Like you didn't sleep together or anything, but the contract was there.
Right.
I don't know about in David's time, but let's say it's similar. So the contract was there. But then when David ran away and all that stuff happened, she was given to this other guy, right? And he was a wuss.
Yeah. That's not in the text, by the way.
No.
Yeah. It's implied. Anyway, verse 15. So Ishbosheth gave orders and had her taken away from her husband Paltiel, son of Lachish. Her husband, however, went with her, weeping behind her all the way to Bahurim, or whatever it is. Bahurim. Then Abner said to him, "Go back home." So he went back.
Because when Abner speaks, people listen.
Yeah, people are like, Abner.
So he went crying behind her. I really think partway through she was like, "Man, I think I'm glad to get rid of this guy."
yeah.
But maybe that's unfair. I mean, he was married to her, and obviously he was pretty pleased with her.
Yeah.
So.
Abner conferred with the elders of Israel and said, "For some time you have wanted me to make David your king. Now do it." For the Lord promised David, "By my servant David I will rescue my people Israel from the hand of the Philistines and from the hand of all their enemies." Abner also spoke to the Benjaminites in person. Then he went to Hebron to tell David everything that Israel and the whole tribe of Benjamin wanted to do. When Abner, who had 20 men with him, came to David at Hebron, David prepared a feast for him and his men. Then Abner said to David, "Let me go at once and assemble all Israel for my lord and king, so that they may make a covenant with you, and that you may rule over all your heart desires." So David sent Abner away, and he went in peace.
Yeah, so Abner switched sides. He walked, in the political terms, he walked across the aisle. Is that what they say when you change sides?
Very nice. That's hey, thank you for invoking some Canadian political there.
Yeah.
Verse 22. Just then David's men and Joab returned from a raid and brought with them a great deal of plunder. But Abner was no longer with David in Hebron, because David had sent him away, and he had gone in peace. When Joab and all the soldiers with him arrived, he was told that Abner son of Ner had come to the king, and that the king had sent him away, and he had gone in peace.
So okay, Joab, I'm just a little lost, eh? So when Joab and the soldiers arrived, he was told that Abner... Okay.
Yep. Verse 24. So Joab went to the king and said, "What have you done? Look, Abner came to you. Why did you let him go? Now he is gone. You know Abner son of Ner. He came to deceive you and observe your movements and find out everything you were doing."
Yeah, so Joab is a true soldier, right?
Yeah.
Like, do not trust the enemy at any point in time.
Yeah. Joab then left David and sent messengers after Abner, and they brought him back from the cistern at Sirah. But David did not know it. Now when Abner returned to Hebron, David took him aside into an inner chamber as if to speak to him privately. And there, to avenge the blood of his brother Asahel, remember that he was the guy that got the butt end of the spear, right?
Right, in his stomach, yeah.
Yep. David stabbed him in the stomach, and he died.
No, Joab did.
Joab stabbed him in the stomach, and he died.
So you see what's going on. David made a pact with Abner, said everything was fine. Joab calls him back, and oddly, he's thinking that probably Joab is acting on David's command. But Joab is still upset about this thing that happened to Asahel, and Joab kills him. Now, well, we'll keep reading, because David's not pleased about this.
Later, when David heard about this, he said, "I and my kingdom are forever innocent before the Lord concerning the blood of Abner, son of Ner. May his blood fall on the head of Joab and his whole family. May Joab's family never be without someone who has a running sore or leprosy, or who leans on a crutch, or who falls by the sword, or who lacks food." That's quite a curse.
It is a terrible, and we don't know if it really happened. Like, I don't think it later on says, "Hey, and by the way, they always had these running sores." But he's pretty upset with Abner.
Yeah.
Now, he's not upset yet enough to kill him, or with Joab.
Yeah.
He's not upset yet enough to kill him, I don't think.
No.
That comes later.
Verse 30, Joab and his brother Abishai, which we figure out that there was two people in the room, murdered Abner because he had killed their brother Asahel in the battle at Gibeon.
Yeah.
Then David said to Joab and all the people with him, "Tear your clothes and put on sackcloth and walk in mourning in front of Abner." King David himself walked behind the bier. Bier? Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They buried Abner in Hebron, and the king wept aloud at Abner's tomb, and all the people wept also. The king said this... Go ahead.
Joab must have known by this time, I really screwed up here. Like, he's loyal to David, but when the king has that much power, never to get too close to the leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just keep a little layer between you and those that fire everybody at a whim.
Good. That's some good life advice there, folks. Verse 33, the king sang this lament for Abner. "Should Abner have died as the lawless die? Your hands were not bound, your feet were not fettered. You fell as one falls before the wicked." And all the people wept over him again.
Yeah.
Then they all came and urged David to eat something while it was still day. But David took an oath, saying, "May God deal with me, be it ever so severely, if I taste bread or anything else before the sun sets." All the people took note and were pleased, and indeed everything the king did pleased them. So on that day all the people there and all Israel knew that the king had no part in the murder of Abner, son of Ner.
Okay, so this is all the people. You're thinking the rest of Israel. It's interesting when they talk about Israel here, they mainly seem to be talking about Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
So, but how much the rest of Israel was involved in this, it's hard to know.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, they were all pretty happy.
Yeah. Finally.
David did the right thing.
Yeah.
Joab killed this guy that all of the other side respected. And David did the right thing. And again, I think David didn't do it specifically for political reasons. He did it because he had sent him away in good faith.
Right.
And then his man brought him back in good faith and killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good political move, but I think his heart might have been in it.
Right. And they can both co-align, right? They can.
Never seems to work that way in Canada, but
I would emphasize it's not working in many places around the world right now too.
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. It is a bit of a struggle, but this can happen where you're just really the right person for the thing.
Yeah.
All
right, verse 38. Then the king said to his men, Do you not realize that a commander and a great man has fallen in Israel this day? And today, though I am the anointed king, I am weak, and these sons of Zeruiah are too strong for me. May the Lord repay the evildoer according to his evil deeds.
And there's the end of the chapter again. So David doesn't do anything to Joab yet, but I think there's been a big emotional breakdown between them, or big trust breakdown between those two.
Right.
Like Abner's the head of your armies.
Yep.
But the head of your armies, you got to keep control over the head of your armies.
Right.
Because these are warriors, and that's what they know.
Right.
But David was a warrior too. It's kind of what he knew as well.
Right.
Remember when he goes to build the temple later on, God says, "No, you're a man of war, or a man of blood, or a man of."
Yeah.
So you're not going to get to build it.
Right. And yet he still sends Joab out with the armies of Israel, right, to go fight against the Philistines later.
He does, yeah. And not the way he sent Uriah out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they still have this relationship, but it does break down.
Yeah. Interesting.
So David is still doing all the right things. He's still not king over the whole thing, but it's starting to come around.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, my friend. Folks, that is chapter 3 of 2 Samuel. Hope you saw something interesting. It's interesting how the Lord is slowly building this momentum to David being the king. And yet we see this thing of David acting honorably, but also, like Larry said, politically all at the same time. And they kind of married together, which was good. We'll be back with you next week. Look forward to doing another episode with you. We always enjoy doing this, so thanks so much for listening. Until that time, I was Steve, he was Larry, and this was the Apoco-Larry podcast.